I think since we've gotten Braun back, we haven't been as organized offensively. Too many random possessions, so that's on me. So it's those three things.
JJ Redick publicly criticized the Lakers' offensive chaos several times, and those remarks were clearly aimed at LeBron James. LeBron didn't respond well, and what unfolded privately shifted the entire atmosphere inside the Lakers' locker room. Here is the complete breakdown of what actually happened between the Lakers' head coach and the self-proclaimed king. The Christmas collapse and what Redick truly said. The Lakers were defeated 119-96 by the Houston Rockets on Christmas Day 2025. The contest was essentially decided by the third quarter. Houston played with pace and chemistry while the Lakers appeared disconnected, arguing over defensive assignments. This defeat came immediately after LeBron returned from injury, and that timing is important. JJ Redick entered the post-game press conference with a tone no one had heard from him before. When questioned about the execution failures, he delivered a response that sent shockwaves through the locker room.
Not at all. I don't know. I don't know what else to do. I do a lot of joysticking over there on the sideline. Yesterday I said, hey, let's run away toss and bring it up the left side. I want so-and-so in it. It was after a dead ball. It wasn't like I'm calling it on the fly. And we bring it up that side, and the person I wanted in the away toss isn't over there. It's just like, that's happening so consistently right now. I chalk it up to the holidays.
The frustration was obvious. Redick had been calling out the Lakers' offensive disorder since LeBron returned on December 27, 2025, following a 124-111 loss to the Clippers. He stated publicly that the team became disorganized after LeBron's return and accepted responsibility as a coaching staff while emphasizing that the plays were not being run cleanly. Then January 8, 2026 arrived. After a victory against the Pelicans, Redick again highlighted the same concerns: spacing issues, poor decision-making, and chaotic execution whenever role players were out of position. He made it clear that Luka Doncic and LeBron are elite creators, but the system collapses when everyone else is not exactly where they should be.
The thing that stood out was we ran 12 ATOs last night, 8 of which we didn't run correctly. We tried to run 2 of them again, still didn't run them correctly. One we tried to run a third time, didn't run that correctly. So just a lot of slippage with execution.
On January 13, 2026, even following a blowout win against the Hawks, Redick continued pointing out the issue. 12 turnovers in the first half, most of them preventable. That's disorganization surfacing when the team fails to value the basketball. The numbers backed up everything Redick was saying. The Lakers ranked 10th in turnovers per game at 14.2, an alarming number for a roster featuring 2 of the league's best decision-makers. Redick blamed bad reads more than misfortune. But what made these comments hit differently than normal coaching criticism was this. Redick didn't just identify the problem, he traced its source. The disorder began when LeBron returned, and anyone paying attention understood exactly what that implied. Before LeBron came back from his sciatica injury, the Lakers went 11-3 over their first 14 games without him. They comfortably ranked inside the top 5 in offensive efficiency, averaging roughly 115 points per 100 possessions. Luka controlled the floor. Austin Reeves hit timely shots, posting 30-plus performances multiple times. Rui Hachimura provided spacing and defensive versatility. Look at November 15, 2025. The Lakers played the Pelicans during the NBA Cup stretch and handled business. Luka scored 24 points with 12 assists. Reeves added 31 points. Ayton dominated with 20 rebounds. Rui contributed 14 points. No hero ball. The system worked. December 1st, 2025, against the Pelicans again, same result. Luka scored 34 points. Reeves posted 33 points and 8 assists. Ayton controlled the paint, rotations were clean, and basketball was functional. Then LeBron returned and the Lakers' defensive rating, previously an impressive 108 points per 100 possessions, jumped to 117.8. In the 6 games after his return, the team went 2-4, losing to opponents they had beaten comfortably weeks earlier. The box plus minus told the story. Over 13 games, LeBron recorded minus 4.5, while Luka sat at plus 2.66 and Austin Reeves at plus 2.9. When LeBron, Luka, and Reeves shared the floor, the Lakers were outscored by 10 points across 132 minutes. In one game, LeBron scored 18 points but posted a minus 33 box plus minus. Another teammate scored 0 points and registered minus 29. The so-called king hurt the team more than a player who didn't score at all. This wasn't new. It felt like deja vu from the 2020-21 season. Talent, a functioning system, and all the necessary pieces, yet something breaking down whenever LeBron stepped onto the floor. Accountability vanished. The front office ignored errors, and anyone watching could see it. LeBron argued with referees instead of getting back on defense, missed rotations while teammates scrambled to cover for him, standing still during possessions rather than cutting, moving, or creating space for the offense to operate. The visuals matched the data. Smart, efficient basketball turned into a glitchy simulation playing out in real time. Role players who thrived with freedom suddenly appeared lost, unsure where to be as spacing collapsed around LeBron's ball dominance. The Lakers built something that worked without their biggest name on the floor, and the moment he returned, that structure disappeared. Not slowly, not gradually, but almost instantly. Games that should have been easy wins turned into losses. Opponents the Lakers had handled weeks earlier suddenly became unsolvable problems. And this time, J.J. Redick refused to stay silent. He watched the same film as everyone else. He saw the same numbers and made a decision coaches around LeBron almost never make. He spoke publicly. The locker room confrontation and the culture of fear. According to sources close to the Lakers, J.J. Redick and LeBron confronted each other in the locker room following that Christmas Day loss. The viral clip from Redick's press conference triggered what followed. DeAndre Ayton's reaction after Redick's public criticism revealed everything about the locker room culture. When reporters asked Ayton about Redick's comments regarding uncomfortable practices and meetings, Ayton laughed it off. His coach had just questioned professionalism after a nationally televised embarrassment. The response was dismissive laughter. That reaction said everything about the fear culture operating behind closed doors. When a head coach says he refuses to endure another 53 games like that, and players deflect instead of acknowledging the message, it shows they know exactly who the criticism targets and are too afraid to engage. Earlier in the season, Ayton admitted the dynamic himself. He said not everyone feels comfortable telling LeBron what to do on the court. Not everyone can approach LeBron and believe they can instruct him. This wasn't casual locker room talk. Ayton is one of LeBron's closest allies. If even he hesitates, the fear runs deep across the organization. History shows what happens when LeBron is challenged. David Blatt had the Cavaliers winning. Once tension arose between him and LeBron, Blatt was fired mid-season, despite strong results. Vogel won a championship with the Lakers in 2020. When struggles followed, Vogel became the scapegoat instead of LeBron accepting accountability. Even Eric Spoelstra nearly survived. People forget how close that was. The infamous sideline moment where LeBron bumped Spoelstra. Spoelstra survived only because of Pat Riley's authority. Most franchises don't have a Pat Riley. The Lakers don't. When J.J. Redick stepped to the microphone and tied disorganization to LeBron's return, he forced the organization to choose professionalism or superstar comfort. History shows that choice rarely favors the coach.
I'm curious, 14 games of evidence in, did that expectation expand or change in any way with what he's going to have to fit in and integrate with?
No, it didn't. Our conversations this summer were really healthy and positive, and learned a lot about what he wants out of his 23rd season in the NBA. And I think one of the big takeaways from our conversations was just continuing to find ways to challenge him.
Redick understood the risk. He chose that moment because the entire league had seen the same thing. Fans were tired of NBA coaching culture built around protecting stars at all costs. Redick prioritized professionalism and effort over optics, breaking the league's most unwritten rule. For once, someone inside the Lakers treated LeBron like a player rather than an untouchable icon. And in the NBA, that usually comes with consequences. The question wasn't whether Redick was right, it was whether he would be allowed to survive being right. The pattern LeBron established across 2 decades created a chilling effect far beyond teammates, reaching executives, general managers, and owners. Everyone learned the same lesson. Challenge LeBron, and job security disappears. That's documented history across franchises. The league runs on relationships, and LeBron's influence touches every corner. Agents know him, media protects him, sponsors shield him. The accountability infrastructure that applies to others simply doesn't exist for him. That's why Redick's press conference felt seismic. Coaches don't survive challenging LeBron. Yet there he stood after a nationally televised embarrassment, stating what everyone observed but no one dared say. The team functioned better without its biggest star. The locker room shifted overnight. Players who privately agreed now had to choose sides. In an environment where opposition historically leads to consequences, that choice carried weight. Some players stayed silent. Others, like Ayton, deflected with humor. No one publicly backed Redick. No one validated the statistics. Fear ran too deep. Luka Doncic and the future. The Lakers built without LeBron. Luka Doncic's arrival transformed the franchise after his mid-2024-25 blockbuster trade from Dallas. The deal involving Anthony Davis, Max Christie, and a 2029 first-round pick shifted the Lakers toward a post-LeBron timeline while staying competitive. Luka didn't just join a team. He entered a narrative and a locker room where fear had become institutionalized. From day one, Luka made it clear this wasn't participation basketball. The Lakers quickly locked him into a 3-year, $165 million extension. That was a statement. Luka is the future. The numbers tell the story. As of January 14, 2026, he's averaging around 33.5 points per game, leading the league, alongside 8.7 assists and 8.6 rebounds. Massive performances define his season. 42 points on 16-25 shooting with 8 assists, 7 rebounds, and 4 steals in a loss to the Kings. A 38-point triple-double against the Spurs. Consistent 30-plus outings throughout January. In one game, Luka scored or assisted on 39 of 43 first-half points. Triple-doubles became routine. He's already among Lakers' all-time leaders in certain categories after roughly 70 games. The Lakers sit 7-2 when both Luka and LeBron score 25-plus points. There is synergy when everything aligns. LeBron has publicly embraced a supporting role, saying Luka doesn't need to change. Luka is the franchise.